Yo, what's going on guys? Tanmaya for Simple Snippets and welcome back to another video tutorial on operational research, especially the game theory part. So in the previous couple of videos, we've seen what is game theory, we know why we use game theory and where exactly it is used and how it helps us optimize our profits and minimize our loss. And in the previous video, we also saw some terminologies on game theory and saw two different numericals based on pure strategy and mixed strategy. So in this video, we are just going to be taking two numerical examples on pure strategy because I just wanted to give you two different more examples for better practice. So with that being said, let's start off with this numerical. Okay, so as you can see, we have been given the payoff matrix. So the question is find the saddle point of the following game and state the optimum strategy for player A and player B. So we have player B and player A. Player B has B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. So player B has 5 strategies. Player A has A1, A2, A3 and A4. So player A has 4 strategies. So let's start off with the solution. Okay, so I've just reconstructed the entire payoff matrix with extra row and extra column. So we know that player A is going to be using MaxiMin approach, which means that he is going to maximize his minimum profit or minimum gain, and player B is going to be using MiniMax. That is, player B is going to be minimizing his maximum loss. Okay. So this is something that we saw in the previous video also. So first we have to find out minimum of row and maximum of column. So either of the two will do. Let's find out minimum of row. So in this entire row, you can see the minimum value is 0. So you see this entire row and you can see that the minimum is 0. So write down 0 over here. Then you compare this entire row. The minimum here is 4. So you write down 4 over here. Comparing this row, the minimum value is 2. And comparing the last row, minimum value is 1. Similarly, for the columns, we have to select the maximum values. So comparing this entire row, the maximum value is 9. Comparing this entire column, the maximum value is 6. Comparing this column, maximum is 4. Comparing this column, maximum is 8. And comparing the last one again, maximum is 8. Now, out of these values of minimum rows, we have to find out the maximum value. So the maximum value out of these minimum rows value is 4, right? So just write down 4 over here. Similarly, out of these maximum of column values, we have to find out the minimum value. So minimum is again 4 over here. So this is known as MaxiMin value and this is known as MiniMax value. Okay. And you can see that MaxiMin value is equal to MiniMax value. So we have a saddle point and the saddle point basically corresponds to second row and third column. So this is that saddle point over here. You can see this is that row and column intersection, right? So we've reached our final answer and we've got the saddle point. We have also got the value of the game and we can see that MaxiMin value is equal to MiniMax value. So this is how you write down the entire final answer. The MiniMax value is equal to 4. The MaxiMin value is equal to 4. This is what we just found out. Hence the MiniMax value is equal to MaxiMin value. Therefore there is a saddle point and the strategy is a pure strategy. So I anyways mentioned it earlier also, we are going to be solving two numericals on pure strategy. And since there is a saddle point, this is a pure strategy. Now the saddle point is at 2, 3, that is row number 2, that is A2 row, and third column, that is B3 column. So the optimum strategy for player A is A2 because it is in the second row. So player A2 should select A2 strategy, and optimum strategy for B is B3. So player B should select this B3 strategy, and the value of the game is 4. So this is the entire final conclusion or final answer that you should be writing. And this was question number 1. Now let's move on to question number 2. So the question number 2 is a word problem, but then once you find out the payoff matrix, then the solving or the procedure is the same. So let's read the question. Two competitive manufacturers are producing new type of cell phone under the license from a patent holder. Now in order to meet the demand, they have the option of running the plant for 8 hours, 16 hours and 24 hours. And as the length of the production increases, so does the cost. Now one of the manufacturer A has set up the matrix given below in which he estimates the percentage of market that he would capture and maintain at different schedules. So the things we have to find out is at what level should each produce and what percentage of market will B have. So we have two manufacturers, they are manufacturing a new type of cell phone, but this matrix that is given is being prepared by manufacturer A. So this is an important point over here, wherein the manufacturer A has set up this matrix and he has estimated the percentage of market that he would capture. So this is from a manufacturer's A perspective, and again we are going to be using MaxiMin for manufacturer A and MiniMax for manufacturer B, wherein manufacturer A wants to maximize his minimum gains and manufacturer B wants to minimize his maximum loss. So you can see both of them have three options. They can run their company or manufacturing unit for 8 hours, 16 hours and 24 hours. So this is what is given in the question. And depending upon how long they run the factory, this 60%, 56%, 34% is the market capture being done by manufacturer A. So basically what this payoff matrix is like, if the manufacturer A and B both run their factories for 8 hours, that is the first cell, manufacturer A will capture 60% of the market. So this is how you read this payoff matrix. Another example would be if the manufacturer A and B run the individual factories they have for 16 hours and 16 hours, then again manufacturer A is gonna capture 60% of the market, which means manufacturer B will capture 100 minus 60, that is 40% of the market, right? So this is how you read this payoff matrix. Okay, so now that this numerical is very clear, let's actually calculate the MaxiMin and MiniMax values. So again, to do that, we have to first calculate minimum of rows and maximum of columns. Let's calculate minimum of rows first. So in the first row, you can see the minimum value is 34. So I'm going to write 34. In the second row, the minimum value is 55. And in the last row, the minimum value is 60. For the maximum of columns, you have to compare the columns. So in the first column, the maximum value is 83. For the second column, the maximum value is 72. And for the last column, the maximum value is 60. Now from the minimum of rows value, that is from these three values, we have to calculate the maximum value. So the maximum value is 60 over here, so I'll write 60. Similarly, from the maximum of columns value, we have to find out the minimum value. So in this case, again it is 60. So now you can see that the MaxiMin value is equal to MiniMax value. So this is MaxiMin and this is MiniMax. So we have basically reached our final answer in terms of solving this payoff matrix, and we've reached the saddle point, which is at 4,4. So let's see how you actually conclude by answering all the questions. So the conclusion is the Minimax value is 24 hours because this is the strategy that B has selected, and the maximum value is again 24 hours because this is the strategy, that is 24-hour strategy that A has selected, and that's why we get the saddle point at 60, right? So hence Minimax value is equal to MaxiMin value. Therefore there is a saddle point and strategy is pure strategy. The saddle point is at 3,3, that is at this cell. So that's why 24 hours for manufacturer B and 24 hours for manufacturer A. The optimum strategy for player A is 24 hours. Optimum strategy for player B is 24 hours again. And so we answered this question. But the second question is, what percentage of market will B have? So the percentage of market B will have is 100 minus 60, which is 40%. So the value over here is from A's perspective, right? So we've already seen that in the question. So when manufacturer A and manufacturer B both run their factories for 24 and 24 hours, A is going to capture 60% of the market, which means B is going to capture 100 minus 60, that is equal to 40% of the market, right? Makes sense? So this is that answer for the second question. Okay, so this was numerical number 2. I hope pure strategy questions based on game theory are very clear by now. So we solved a simple question first, and we then also saw a word problem based on pure strategy of game theory. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how this video was. Do share it with your friends as well. And if you haven't yet subscribed on the channel, make sure you subscribe so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace.